Your cat does not love you unconditionally. And I know that sounds harsh, maybe even a little unfair, because most of us were taught that unconditional love is the highest form of love, the purest form, the goal. But cats challenge that idea in the most beautiful way, because your cat's love has conditions. Your cat's trust has terms. Your cat's affection is not guaranteed just because you feed them, house them, or call yourself their person. It is earned. It is maintained. It is built through thousands of tiny moments you may not even realize they are measuring. And by the end of this video, I want to show you why that may be one of the healthiest kinds of love any animal can give you. Most people want to believe their pets love them no matter what, no matter how loud they are, no matter how unpredictable, no matter how often they ignore signals, cross boundaries, or expect affection on demand. Dogs often make this easier to believe because many dogs are socially generous. They forgive quickly. They return quickly. They show love in ways that feel obvious to humans. But cats are different. Cats do not hand over trust like a gift bag at the door. They ask a quieter question first. Are you safe? That is the condition, not perfection, not constant attention, not the most expensive food, the biggest house, or the softest bed. Safety, predictability, respect. A nervous system that says, I can relax around you. And the science behind cat behavior keeps pointing us back to that same truth. Cats form bonds, but those bonds are shaped by experience. They learn who moves gently, who listens, who scares them, who comes back, who reaches too fast, who lets them choose, who turns the room into pressure and who turns it into peace. That is not cold. That is not selfish. That is intelligent. Your cat is a small predator with a nervous system built for survival. They are designed to notice change, a sudden sound, a fast hand, a strange scent, a body leaning too close, a voice that fills the room too hard. For a cat, trust is not a feeling floating in the air. Trust is data. It is a pattern. It is the result of repeated evidence. This person does not hurt me. This person respects my no. This person notices when I am done. This person stays calm when the room gets loud. This person is safe enough to approach again. That means your cat's love is not unconditional in the human fantasy sense. It is conditional in the living, breathing, nervous system sense, and that makes it more honest. Because your cat cannot be bribed into real trust. They can be fed, yes. They can be trained into routines. They can learn that you are useful. But usefulness is not the same as love. A cat may come for food and still not feel safe in your arms. A cat may sleep in your house and still not sleep beside you. A cat may tolerate your touch and still never fully soften under your hand. The difference is trust, and trust is always conditional. We sometimes misunderstand this because we want love to mean access. If I love you, I should be able to pick you up whenever I want to. If I love you, I should be able to kiss your face. If I love you, I should be able to pet you whenever I feel like it. But cats do not see love that way. To a cat, love is not unlimited access. Love is the freedom to come close without being trapped. Love is knowing the hand will stop when the tail begins to flick. Love is being allowed to sit nearby without being pulled into a hug. Love is someone understanding that consent is not a dramatic idea. It is a daily language. And here is the reframe, because this is where the lesson gets bigger than cats. Your cat may be teaching you something many humans spend years trying to learn. Love without boundaries is not always healthier love. Sometimes the healthiest love says, I care about you, and I still get to protect myself. That is what cats do. They do not abandon their own nervous system to make us feel chosen. They do not pretend to enjoy what overwhelms them. They do not perform affection just because we want reassurance. They come close when closeness feels safe. That is why the same cat can be affectionate with one person and distant with another. It is not random. It is not spite. It is not because one person is magically better. It is because cats are constantly reading patterns. One person may move slowly. Another may rush. One may speak softly. Another may boom through the house. One may let the cat sniff first. Another may reach over their head. One may notice the small signs of discomfort. Another may miss every warning until the cat has to leave. Over time, those moments become a scorecard, not in a petty way, in a survival way. Every gentle interaction adds a little weight to the side of safety. Every ignored boundary removes some. Every time you let your cat walk away without chasing them, you teach them that closeness with you has an exit. And for a cat, that makes closeness safer. Every time you wait for them to approach, you teach them that their choice matters. Every time you slow blink instead of stare, soften your hand instead of grab, lower your voice instead of calling louder, you are writing a message their body understands. You are saying, I will not force you to love me. And strangely, that is often what helps a cat love you more. Because cats are not looking for someone who overwhelms them with affection. They are looking for someone who can be trusted with their softness. And a cat's softness is not small. When a cat curls up beside you or sleeps near you, they are choosing vulnerability. When they press their forehead into your hand, knead your blanket, or slowly blink from across the room, they are showing comfort, familiarity, and trust. None of that is automatic. None of that is owed. And that is why it matters. There is something deeply moving about being loved by an animal who had every right to stay cautious. Cats were never shaped for obedience like dogs. They stayed near humans because it benefited them, and over time some let us into their social world. Yet the ancient cat remains, the watcher, the hunter, the creature that knows when to come closer and when to disappear. So when that animal chooses you, it is not because they have no standards. It is because you met them. Not once, not in one grand gesture, but in small ways, over and over. You filled the bowl. You learned the meow. You noticed the tail. You stopped when the ears flattened. You let them hide when they needed to hide. You let them come back without making a scene. You became part of the rhythm of the home. You became familiar, predictable, safe. And maybe that is the payoff. Your cat's love being conditional does not make it weaker. It makes it real. It means your bond is not based on ownership. It is based on consent. It is not based on control. It is based on trust. It is not guaranteed by the fact that you live together. It is renewed in the way you treat them every day. That is the part humans should pay attention to. Cats do not teach us that love should be withheld. They teach us that love grows best where boundaries are honored. They teach us that trust is not a title you give yourself. It is a history you build. They teach us that being chosen means more when the one choosing you was free to say no. So the next time your cat walks away when you wanted them close, try not to take it as rejection. Maybe they are protecting the very thing that makes their love meaningful. And the next time they come back, sit near you, blink at you, curl against you, or sleep with their body touching yours. Understand what you are seeing. Not unconditional love, chosen love, earned love, maintained love. A love made from small promises kept so consistently that another living creature decided your presence felt like peace. And that may be even more beautiful. Be sure to follow Feline Logic for more of the science behind the quiet language your cat has been speaking all along.